Hello everyone, I'm here to talk to you today about homework tips for parents of children who have Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder or ADHD. In most homes of children and teens with ADHD, homework is problematic and can be a source of frustration for both the student as well as the parent. Now, this stems from the core symptoms and executive function difficulties associated with attention deficit disorder, which affects organization, time management, and study skills. So, I'm going to give you some suggestions and strategies and tips to enable your child to be more successful in during the homework time. So, note though, if your child is on medication during the school day, and a lot of children are, but cannot get through the homework once the medication effects wear off, you may want to consult with your primary care physician, your pediatrician, your child's doctor, because many children with ADHD are more successful in their ability to do homework with a small dosage of medication in the late afternoon time, or switching to a prescription that is a long-acting formula that maintains its positive effects during the after-school hours. There are lots of medications that are on the market that do that now if your child is on medication. So, number one is you want to create a better work environment for your child. So make sure your child has a quiet workspace with minimal distractions and where it's easy for you to supervise and monitor the work production. Limit distractions in the home during homework time. Reduce unnecessary noise and activity. Buffer them from their siblings, their brothers and sisters, other relatives that may be in the home. You want to help your child avoid distractions by turning off the TV or radio or computer if they don't need it to do their homework with. If your teen has or his or her own cell phone, I can tell you that is going to be a tremendous distraction. You need to restrict the use during homework hours and consider using voicemail. Consider taking off alerts for their phone, even if they have a watch that alerts them, like a Apple Watch or something like that alerts them that they have a message. Turn those alerts off to reduce distractions. Now, some children prefer and are more effective working on homework in a location with you in the vicinity, such as at the dining room table rather than in their room. So if that's your child's preference or you think that they would do better with that, then that may be an arrangement that you may want to make. Now, be sure your child has the necessary supplies already handy when he sits down to start homework, so you don't have to go searching for homework. What I suggest is having those things already on hand: pencils, paper, markers, computers, already in a already designated area. Experiment with soft music playing in the background. Now, this helps some children block out auditory distractions and concentrate better. You need to try different types of music, though, that's instrumental or environmental sounds or music of your child's choice, but you need to make sure that that music has a calming effect and an effect that you are looking for. You also may want to consider building a special homework station or carrel designed to be bright or to be motivating for your child and conducive for productivity. The second thing you may want, or the last thing you may want to do, is manage the routine. So together with your child, establish a specific time and place for homework. You may want to develop a homework habit. It's important to adhere to that homework schedule and habit consistently as possible. Now, in scheduling, consider a variety of factors. Extracurricular activities, medication effects at that particular time, bedtime, meal time, you want to take into consideration, chores, responsibilities. If they're playing sports, you want to take that in consideration, and your child's individual preferences. Now, some children prefer and are more productive if they start their homework shortly after they come home from school, and some kids are more productive if they start their homework, 30 minutes, an hour after they get home, after a snack or whatever. You need to find what's best for your child, but it's not recommended that you wait until late evening for your child to get started on their homework, because that would defeat the purpose, because they would become less alert. It's best to schedule homework if possible when you or someone else, again, is available to supervise that homework. Third thing I want to talk about today is help with preparation and structure. So expect your child to have all assignments documented. And what I mean by that is request help from the teacher to make sure that all assignments are recorded daily. If you're not able to look your child's assignments up on the computer, and a lot of schools have that capability now for you to look up your child's assignments, make sure that your child has those assignments documented somewhere, so you know what your child is supposed to do when it's due. It's recommended to ask the teacher, if possible, to initial or sign a calendar or an assignment sheet, so you know that you and the teacher are both on the same page. Be sure to follow through by receiving the recorded assignments with your child. Now, emphasize the importance of not leaving school until your child has double and triple checked the assignment sheet or the calendar, and made sure that what's in their backpack is indeed what they need to have to finish the assignments that they need to do for that day. You do not want to have to go back up to the school, and I can tell you, I've done that. Go back up to the school after you've gotten home and realize that they've forgotten half of the things that they needed to complete the assignment with. So you really need to emphasize that importance with your child, and help them be held accountable for that. Have your child take the phone number also of a few students that are in the class with him or her, so that if they forget the assignment or for some reason it's not written down, they can call one of their friends or call another student that's in that particular classroom to find out what the assignment is. Like I said, many schools are modernizing today their communication systems with homework hotlines, recording daily assignments on teachers' voicemails, and establishing school websites with email where you can email the teachers and they're able to post their assignments online. So that's awesome if they're able to do that. Now, examine assignment sheets in the calendar with your child after school. Help with planning a things to do list for the evening. Some prefer to do the easiest assignments first, quickest assignments first. Others like to tackle the hardest assignments first. It's just up to your child and what their preference is. And you will know what's best for your child as well. Encourage your child to cross tasks off as they're accomplished, so they can see as they're going how much more they have to go. This can be an encouraging thing for the child as well. Now, help your child to first look over all the homework assignments for the evening and organize the materials needed before beginning the assignments. Okay, next, you want to students frequently forget to bring home textbooks. I can say that again. Students frequently forget to bring home textbooks. Now, a lot of textbooks and things are online today, so that is not as much of a problem. But if that is a problem with your child and your child does have an actual textbook, ask the teacher, can you have an additional copy of that textbook to bring home with you? Because that will save you a lot of time and energy, and your child a lot of problems with forgetting the textbook. Help your child in dividing assignments into smaller parts or chunks or segments that are more less easier to tackle and that don't seem as overwhelming. This is called chunking. If your child is struggling keeping on top of the dreaded long range assignments like writing a term paper or whatever, this is something that you'll need to be vigilant about in helping them keep those small chunks together and make sure they're doing this and then this and then this. Also keep a copy of all the projects and assignments. Make sure, that because kids with ADHD are notorious for not making it from home to school with the assignments that they've already finished. Somewhere they vaporize into the air and those assignments are lost forever. So make sure you keep a copy of the assignments that are turned in, and teach your child as they get older and become teenagers and college students that they always need to keep a copy of important papers and important assignments. So if something were to happen with those assignments, that they would have another copy of them. Lastly, while you're at home, go over the homework with your child before your child turns it in. Make sure they've done every problem on the page. Make sure they haven't skipped a problem. Make sure they've completed each problem to its fullest. Not just half of the problem, but all of the problem. Make sure they've read the instructions correctly. Sometimes teachers take off for not reading the instructions, not putting your name on your paper, not putting the date on your paper. Sometimes kids with ADHD will turn in their assignments without their name on it, so the teacher doesn't know whose paper it is, so your child cannot get credit for it. So these are some little tips that can help you with your child at home if he has problems with organization, has been diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, or just other things that may be hindering your child and their organizational skills, their study skills. So again, if you like this video, please hit subscribe and like, and I will see you again next week with some more tips for parents and teachers on how to deal with students with attention deficit disorder, problems with study skills, or problems just with executive functioning. Thank you and have a great day.